Welcome to Coronation Personal Finance Series 2, where we simplify financial education for you. I'm Yemi Kuka, and joining me today is Oladimeji Adekola, investment analyst at Coronation Capital. I also have here with me today Oyilola Oderinde, investment analyst at Trial. Today, we're going to discuss what alternative investments are, the type of alternative investments, and the risk and reward that come from investing in alternative investment, and how to make informed decisions, from them. So, Oye, can you tell us a bit more about what alternative investments are?
Definitely, Yemi. So alternative investments are financial assets that fall outside the traditional categories of stocks, bonds, and cash. Tangible assets like real estate and commodities, and also financial instruments like cryptocurrencies, private equity, and hedge funds. So the traditional investments are tied to public markets, meaning that their value is influenced by broader market trends, and alternative investments are often operated in the niche market, and making the performance less correlated with traditional asset class.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Oye. So, Dimeji, can you tell us why alternative investments are good or beneficial for an investor?
Definitely. Alternative investments, they allow investors effectively diversify from the traditional asset classes of bonds, stocks, and holding cash. And that is one key reason why these matter as an asset class.
Okay, thank you very much, Dimeji. Could you tell us a little bit more about alternative investment, the types that we have?
Thank you, Moyemi. We have a couple of alternative investment options available to investors, and I'll just run us through a few of them. Investing in alternative investments could be done in different ways, which would include investing in real estate. Investing in real estate could be done by owning properties, investing in properties, rental properties, commercial properties. Or for investors who are not interested in the hassle of owning and managing these properties, they can invest in real estate through real estate investment trusts that manage and run these properties for investors. And as we've said, alternative investments are a wonderful way of diversifying from traditional investments. Real estate brings to you both fixed income and equity investment features. Another type of alternative investment that we have would be investing in private equity. Private equity involves investing in privately owned businesses, which are not available for investors on the public exchanges. Investors can invest in this by either through the equity issuances of these private businesses or the debt issuances of these private entities. These are managed by fund managers.
Okay.
We also have investments in alternative investment through hedge funds. Hedge funds are a very unique and a really interesting way of investing in alternative investments. Hedge funds are actively managed investment vehicles that take advantage of opportunities available in the market, whether the market is upward trending or downward trending. They take advantage of any opportunities available to make returns to investors. Hedge fund managers take advantage of different strategies, and these strategies include short selling, arbitrage opportunities, making use of leverage, and global market strategies.
Could you tell us a bit more about arbitrage? Did you say? Yes. Just explain to our viewers what arbitrage means.
Arbitrage opportunities involve where hedge fund managers take advantage of discrepancies in the prices of related or similar assets, where we have assets that are priced differently in different markets. Hedge fund managers take advantage of this to bring it back to what I would call like an equilibrium pricing.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And what is short selling?
Short selling involves hedge fund managers borrowing securities, borrowing assets, and taking advantage of potential price declines in these assets.
All right. Thank you. So are there any more alternative investments?
Yes, we have more alternative investments, but one I find really interesting would also be investment in infrastructure assets. This has been on the high rise in the Nigerian market lately with a couple of infrastructure funds coming up, and this basically involves investors using infrastructure funds or taking up infrastructure investments in different types of infrastructure investment like social infrastructure like hospitals, schools, universities, physical infrastructure, transportation related infrastructure, utility related infrastructure, and the likes for potentially significant returns.
That's really good. Thank you. So, Oyi, would you like to add any more to types of alternative investments?
Yes, I would. So I'll be talking about commodities and cryptocurrency.
Okay.
For commodities, it includes physical goods like gold, oil, and agricultural products. And they're often considered as counter-cyclical investments because they perform well during the times of market volatility. For instance, gold tends to hold its value or even appreciate during economic downturns.
Okay.
And it makes an excellent tool for reducing overall portfolio risk and ensuring stability during turbulent market conditions.
Okay.
And I would also talk about cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and Ethereum. They often have the growth potential and decentralization, enabling transaction outside traditional banking system. However, it is highly volatile with values often fluctuating dramatically in short periods. Additionally, there's been lack of regulation in the crypto space, but currently we've been seeing a lot of interest in having regulations in cryptocurrency. And then I would also advise new investors to approach this cautiously and start with small allocation and also understand the market dynamics. Thank you.
Thank you, Oyi.
Thank you.
So, Dimeji, do you want to speak more about the rewards of investing in alternative investments?
Definitely. Alternative investment provide a couple unique rewards as compared to other traditional investments. As you earlier mentioned, alternative investments provide a means of diversification from these traditional investments.
Yes.
Taking us away from the characteristics of these traditional investments.
Okay.
Also, in addition to that, alternative investments generally provide the potential for higher return to investors. At the same time, bringing together reduced portfolio risk.
Okay.
With the lower correlation these alternative investments have with the traditional investments.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So we're going to take a look at the risk of investing in alternative asset classes. Oyi, would you like to tell us some of the risk, investors should be aware of when investing in this type of investment?
Yes. So the number one risk that is associated with alternative investment is limited liquidity. It is very hard to sell, unlike the traditional assets, and there's high entry cost. That is, some options may require significant upfront investment like private equity. Another risk associated with alternative investments is additional expertise to manage alternative investments.
Okay.
And that's all.
Thank you very much, Oyi.
Thank you.
All right. There you have it. We've explored alternative investments today, considering the types of alternative investments, the risk as well as rewards you need to be aware of before investing in these assets. Remember, exploring options outside traditional markets can bring you more opportunities. It is a very good way to diversify your portfolio. Thank you, Dimeji and Oyi, for sharing your insights with us today. Follow our social media channel for more tips. And you can share in the comment section what type of alternative investment that interests you. And on that note, we've come to the end of today's episode. Thank you for watching our Coronation Personal Finance series 2. See you in the next episode.